Hey y'all. Hey my Fix It friends. This is Fix It with Fran, where I talk about all things faith, family, food, and fun. I am hanging out in Monica's room right now. Monica, you want to say hi?
Hi.
Hold on. You want to say hi?
Hi.
Hi. And this is the first time I've gone live with Monica around since the night that she was up all night. We have some folks actually coming in now. I mentioned before on the channel that our house, new to us, but this is our second house, and that we're doing some projects of renovation. So somebody's here from Window World downstairs with my husband may end up coming into this space, but because I was paused and trying to keep Monica entertained, I said, let me come up here. And if I haven't already said it, this is Fix It with Fran, where I talk about all things faith, family, food, and fun. So Saturday, family time is definitely family and fun and food. Because this morning we went out, got out pretty early with Monica. She was up around 8, not as early as she's typically been up on weekends, but I ain't mad at it. So yeah, we got up, went out to Chick-fil-A, went out to Total Wine, and then went to the car wash because Monica loves going through the car wash. And we went to see a mural that was put up in New Orleans. I don't know which ward it is, but it's like over by the for my cruise booze. It's over by the Port of New Orleans terminal, and if you stop at a certain gas station, there's a Sterling Express on a street in New Orleans called Chapatulis. If you look at it, it looks like Chapatulis, and it's hilarious to me to hear a GPS say it because it'll be like Tichipatalalulas, but it's Chapatulis, the TCPH or however it is says chop in actual phonetics. So, yeah, we went over to see that, which was cool because I've talked a lot about family and different things, but my husband's family, my family now, has a very long standing history in New Orleans. His great grandfather is Clarence Chink Henry, which I was telling one of my friends about. I, as a person who majored in African and African American studies, ethnic studies in undergrad, learned about Chink Henry and the longshoreman movement. I love history, have always loved social studies. Was actually a nerdy kid that went to camp for social studies when I was in high school. And I actually was accepted in North Carolina. We have the Governor's School. I was accepted to the Governor's School of Arts camp. I can't remember what it's called. I think it was Governor's School for social studies. Like that's how into social studies that I was. And I also went to, when I tell y'all about different opportunities I've been blessed to have, I went to science and math camp 2 summers in a row at, what is it? Eastern Carolina University, ECU. Is that right? It sounded wrong coming out of my mouth, but I went there 2 summers in a row for camp. Opportunities that I was blessed to have. One, because I really was into school, into books. That's something I give my parents a lot of credit for. Hey, who's ever in the rooms? Um, because they just encouraged me and let me be the nerdy kid that I was. My dad always told me to keep my head in the books and save my smarts for school and not at the house. And I did that, and it really paid off. So this Father's Day, I am very sentimental, more than I think I've ever been, and I don't know what all that's about, but grateful too for my father, for my husband's father, for the legacy of the Henry family, and being a part of that now. So it was awesome to see the mural. I'm going to edit that footage and put it together and make it a little jazzy if I can and show it to y'all. It was also a really powerful moment to get to see Monica sing that and pointing out people and pictures that she recognizes. And the mural for the most part was very true to how we would recognize those people day to day. So yeah, my husband's family is a beautiful thing to be a part of because there's so much connection there. There's so much, again, history that's rooted in New Orleans. And I knew whenever I married who I married that in general, it was not as likely that I was going to be going back to my small hometown. But at the same time, I knew wherever I ended up and whoever I ended up married to, that family was important to me. And I wanted to be with someone who had that same kind of principle instilled in them, that family is important, that legacy is an important thing, and intention with how you move forward and carry on that legacy is important. So that's been our day
Mommy,
today.
mommy,
Yes,
mommy.
yes, baby.
Oh, this.
You want that?
Yeah.
But that's mommy's. That's not for babies. Let me show y'all what she wants.
Just open it, Mommy. You open it?
I'm not going to open it right now. So if Monica's hair is loose because today is wash day,
Mommy, you open it?
I'm not going to open it right now, baby. Not right now. These are some little what are they called on here? Can I see this, Monica?
Okay.
These are some backflow something meditation. So basically, these are the little incense things that if you have one of the incense cones is what they're called, and I have one of those little waterfall incense holders where this is designed so that the smoke falls downward instead of upward, and it'll make it look like it's a waterfall going down the holder. I have done a video of that, so I'll have to show that to y'all at some point. Is my lens dirty? If the lens is dirty, y'all, I'm sorry. I ain't stopping. This is one of those shirts that I also got recently to review. I got it in this yellow color and purple. So after I did that haul, one of the more recent hauls that I showed y'all, hey y'all, I go downstairs, and that's the nice thing of being a product reviewer, especially when you're doing clothes, is when you get a big haul of clothes. Once I try them on and make sure they fit, like that workout shirt that I had on, I pop the tag and then I try it on, make sure it fits, then I pop the tags and throw everything in the washing machine. Now, why is that important? Because I've heard different schools of thoughts when it comes to trying clothes on and washing them first. For many retailers, Target, Amazon, Carter's, Children's Place, a lot of stores, if you wash them before you like actually try them on and then you want to take them back, they won't let you return them when they can tell it's been washed or laundered. So it's important, especially with my clothes or even Monica's clothes now, like when it's a baby, it's sometimes hard because you don't really want to put anything on your baby that's going to expose them. I get it completely. So making sure there's no loose dyes or chemicals, stuff coming out of warehouse, you don't know if insects have been on it, bugs, things happen. So I get the idea of wanting to wash it first, but especially when you're older and able to try things on and take it off and just shower afterwards, that's how I like to do, because like I said, many places, if you try to wash the clothes and then try them on and you realize it's really not a good fit, or it shrank after you wash it and you don't want it anymore, they may not give you your money back when you try to return it. So that's a PSA for my folks trying on clothes. Just try them on really quickly. Don't wear them for too long. Don't like saunter around in them. And if they don't fit, take it right off, throw it back in the box. That's especially what I do with Amazon Wardrobe, because they want that bag. I think they give you 7 days to try it on. And if you've already washed it, they may look at you like, bruh, you probably washed this because you wore it and we're not taking this bag. So I am excited. I am excited for tomorrow. I still owe y'all some footage because I went to see the Van Gogh immersive or interactive. I don't know if it was immersive or interactive. It really was both exhibit, and I got some little trinkets from that. I also, because y'all know how I do, went online and checked to see the cost for some of the same things that they had in the gift stuff that y'all know was cheap on Amazon. So I am going to do a project in my own little art installation, which my husband has agreed to, where I'm going to put up, because when I mentioned earlier, we're in a project house right now. So we are finally, today, my baby's awesome godfather is coming over to help my husband install the replacement attic stairs, which is so needed. Because how long, hey y'all, how long I've been telling y'all that I need stairs for this attic so I can put all my storage bins up in the attic, from like things that we had at the old house, things that we've now boxed. Oh, for my Costco crew, they have those black and yellow storage boxes that I think were $9.99 last year back in Costco. At least they were in my local warehouse, and they were $8.99 a piece. So yeah, no, your girl is going back to get some more boxes. One, because I have boxed up for the most part everything that was chilling like villains in our game room area. So our game room looks kind of like a little box of set of Bumblebee boxes. But now, once I have my new stairs, look at God, everything is going to be going in the attic, and that's going to clear out the game room space. So I will have to show y'all that space sometime soon, because we're about to start, now that everybody is vaccinated and we out in these streets and we're interacting again on that personal level. I have so many games and things also that I got from Amazon to review, like things to set up, like a little mini foosball table, like a little mini like beanbag toss with, it's like a football toss and an air hockey toss and all kinds of stuff. And we have our air hockey table, which is a fun time. So we end up having, or trying to create, our own little Dave and Buster's up at the house. So it'll be fun to start having game nights and things like that with our friends and family, because that's something that I've always wanted to do. I need to show y'all too the hey y'all mural that I made in our game room area. So it's kind of like game room slash family room, but I had a big mural at our first house that was like a tree mural. I'll make that make sense later. But it was like one of those wall appliques that came and it looked like an oak tree and then it branched out, but it had little squares where you could put pictures. And I loved that because it was like the different branches of the family tree. So I had some that was like, hey y'all. Some that was like my husband's family, my family, then our intersection, and then it grew off. And right, the last part of that mural that I did. Are you okay? Why are you making that noise? Let me show y'all this girl. I don't know what she's doing. What's wrong? What's wrong? You thirsty?
Yeah.
You need something to drink?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get you something really quick, okay? So yes, my child is over here looking like Crab Man. If you know, you know. Because it's wash day, so I will be washing her hair tonight. My husband asked me to hold off on washing her hair because she's probably going to go swimming this afternoon. So thank Lord for that forewarning because mamas, you know, we don't want to wash hair, do hair, and then turn around and have to wash it again. So definitely want to have her hair ready because I think we're going to go to church tomorrow. I was asking my husband. I ask my husband every week if he's ready to go back to church for in-person church. And his answer today was that he was open to it for tomorrow. So hopefully that means we will be up in the house. Masked and vaxxed, but we'll be in there. So that's pretty much what we have going on today. New windows are coming and my attic stairs are coming. So that means a whole nother organization project happening up there. But I'm grateful, especially for the Juneteenth holiday. I think I said in yesterday's live, like Juneteenth is nothing new to me or to my family. I came from Scotland County, was very active in my NAACP Youth Council, so we've been celebrating Juneteenth for forever. Like I think I knew more about Juneteenth than I did 4th of July at the beginning, but also my family does celebrate in some way 4th of July because my hometown is very close to Fort Bragg and what is the other one? Fort Bragg and like Fayetteville and all that. So very military, like what is it? Military adjacent, and lots of folks in our family have served as well. So we celebrate that part of it as well as my great grandmother's birthday, who's no longer with us, is 4th of July. So we always wore our red, white, and blue for that because that's the color she wanted for her birthday. So, you know, taking from history and life those elements of things that are relevant to you and then leaving the parts that are not. Part of how I live. So excited for Juneteenth, like I said, excited for Father's Day, excited to celebrate my husband and the other fathers that have helped to form and shape who we are, and also just excited to see like how our family has continued in my husband and his fathering of Monica. So I guess that's my check-in. I may try to get some footage or get some pictures of the whole stair installation. This will be the second time that we have replaced attic stairs. So this is our second house, second property, and we replaced stairs in the first one and this one. So we are very much a DIY family and do a lot of projects, but are starting to outsource more things because we don't have the free hands that we used to have before having Monica. Now it's like we kind of tied up. So we don't have somebody else on the fly to kind of help wrangle her, and she's very much in. She wants mommy mode, which is why she's sitting at my feet right now because normally I come up and do these lives in my chill space, but that's Monica. We're definitely doing this live in her room. I came up and was straightening up. I was straightening up her room and she decided to come along. So I hope y'all are having a good Saturday. I hope y'all are having a good Father's Day, Juneteenth weekend. I hope you're able to celebrate, commemorate, and really love on those fathers that are in our lives because, you know, for everything that was happening during the pandemic, we were very much like sectored off and everybody tried to stay in their bubble. So it's nice to have a holiday year where we can all kind of interact and get back to basics and how family is for us so much has always operated because I do love being in a family that likes to gather and celebrate and interact. If y'all have any questions for me about that, one thing I will say, if you have someone you want to celebrate and you haven't figured out a good gift for them, like I said in one of my groups on Facebook, liquor. They want the liquor. Go to Whole Foods. Go to Total Wine. Total Wine has 2 different specials right now that I think in today. One of the specials is if you do a purchase of $50 worth of spirits, then you get $5 off. The other, which can be combined as far as I think in my checkout, is if you get any whiskey that is 750 milliliters or more, you get 10% off those bottles. I know for sure that I got those. So yes, I went back to Total Wine today for pickup because there was another person in our lives that I was like, oh, let me grab them something. I know what they'll like. So at this point, I have all of like the essential roles between my husband, father-in-law, Monica's godfather covered. I may have some other like uncles and things, and we keep a good little stock of airport bottles or airplane bottles. So I may do some mini treats for those. Keep it good to go, keep it moving, keep it pushing. But that's pretty much my thought. Hopefully, we will check back in tomorrow and let y'all know that we went to church. Pray on, keep fingers crossed. As always, this is Fix It with Fran, where I talk about all things faith, family, food, and fun. I truly believe God has given us all gifts and talents that can fix some problem that exists in the world. While we may not be able to fix everything, I want to remind and encourage you to remember that we can all fix something. So till next time, I pray that you would find that thing and fix it. Have a great weekend, and I'll be checking back in tomorrow. Bye, y'all.